Jason Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Tyler.
We're going to start in about 5 minutes, giving people time to get here.
Hey, Mr. Tyler,
Yes, sir.
is the school gonna be open tomorrow? Cause I don't know where pops went.
Okay. Yeah, again, see, a call to school. I think they are. Call to school and schedule. You
Oh,
should be trying to reach out to Miss Ball. I think she's the one that's usually up there.
they still got some kids up there.
Yes, sir. You just got to bring your replacement. I mean, bring your old kid back for
What if
replacement.
I have like all the pieces? Is it?
Yes, I need all the pieces. We talked about this.
Oh, all right. I need the camera too.
Yes, all the pieces have to be returned, sir. Okay, so there you go. Everybody that's in here now should have already gotten an email from me, so check your email. Hello, Jalen. Do attendance real quick. I have to mark him present now. Just giving people time to get in the room before we start our norms and stuff. We got Sinkyra's here, Jalen's here. Let me get Jalen into the document. Everybody's gonna be using their book from their kits, so please have that ready. Assignments already posted in Edsby, by the way, so you can get started if you want. Just log into the document and don't forget to put your name at the top. You're working as a group together, so please fill out parts of the document as a team.
Can you put it in the chat again?
Sure. Well, you talking about the document
Yeah.
that comes in your email, Courtney. So one moment. Okay, so I got Miller, Smith. Again, if you have your kit, you're gonna get that book out of there, and it says the beginner's guide book. You're gonna use that to answer questions as a class. Um, Let me get Courtney in here. Uh, Miss Smith, can you put your email address in the chat? I'm going to open the chat up in one moment. Okay, and we open the chat up so she can put her email address in there. Okay, so chat is open. If I didn't get your email, please put it in the chat. Miller is next, right? I'm going to add Miller. Please check your email so you'll be able to log into the document we're all working on. Check your email. I think I got everybody. All right, now I'm gonna get Smith. She's present. Thank you, Miss Smith. I'll send you the link in one moment. Just want to get all the students that just arrived marked present. Okay, I got Miller, I got Sherrod, I got. Okay. Now let me get Smith. Okay, somebody else is coming. Let's see who this is. This will be Miss Moore. All right. There we go. We mark Dajay present. Everybody should check their email to get into the document for today's assignment. Okay. All right, let me stop this. All right, and now we're going to go through our norms real quick. Okay, so let's go down the list. Who do we have? Okay, so first on the list is Courtney. Can you read number 1 and 2?
No one has the right to hurt another person. Education in the classroom are sacred.
Thank you. Dajae, 3 and 4.
We will never behave in a way that discredits ourselves, our school, our family, and the jealous, academic self-worth. Students always excel in integrity.
Awesome. Mr. Miller, can you read number 5 and number 1 of the academic norms? So we take pride and then we respect.
We take pride in excel academy self-worth. We respect the opinions of others.
Thank you. Next would be 2 and 3 by Mr. Stuckey.
We respect project classroom. We attend or participate.
Thank you. Next on our list is Mr. Gray. Can you read number 4 and number 5?
We have high expectation of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
Awesome. Okay, so let's continue on. Of course, you guys know about GGI, the staff, especially behavior support. Reminding you guys it is mandatory. You got to be there. And if you're there, I'm making an incentive where you get about 5 to 10 points for participating in discussions that are had during GGI. Also in GGI, they talk about this PlayStation 5. There's still opportunity to get that PlayStation 5. It's a referral contest. So talk to staff, log into our page, try to refer some students, and you possibly get a very expensive piece of equipment that you would win if you have enough students referred. All right, so I want to talk about today's objective. Today's objective is here. I want, let's see here, who's not going? Miss Kennard, can you read the agenda or objective in that gray box there?
Today's objective, students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete questions for class group activity.
Thank you. And coming down to Miss Smith, can you read the classroom term of the day and word of the day in the white box there?
Repeat that.
Can you read the classroom term of the day and the word of the day? Can you hear me?
Class term of the day is conditional, and word of the day is mundane. I don't know how to say that.
Mundane.
Mundane.
Awesome, awesome. All right. So everybody that participated got points. I'm coming down to Sinkyra. I'm going to have her go over what we have to accomplish today in EDSB. So one moment, I'm going to put it in a chat for, let me exit out of here. Come back to EDSB. And the assignment is here, chapter 4. It's been posted as a project grade. This is worth ×2. Let me grab this for you all. And put this in the chat over here. All right, Ms. Lightu, can you read what's there?
Hello all, and good morning, all STEM majors. Answer the following questions in the attached PDF. You are the official Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide book that came with your kit. Review pages 54 through 91 for answers. You will be partnering up with other students based upon your group's role selected: computer/electrical engineer, collaboratory/secretary, and I'm talking demonstrator/speaker. We will all discuss the assignment further in class. Hope to see you there in Zoom.
Awesome, thank you. Ms. Kennard, can you put your email address in the chat so I can add you to this document? I see everybody else is here. Again, to get the invitation to the document, you have to go into your email, click on the link, and make sure you put your name in there too. It's going to be grading it on who's participating. And of course, that's the first thing you need to do, which is put your name in there. Thanks, Ms. Kennard. So let's come over here. I'm gonna add her next. To answer any of the questions, you really need to go to the pages that Sinkyra just mentioned. That's 54 to 91 in your book. And that book is this book that was used last time, right? So let me add Miss Kennard. Awesome. Okay, so everybody has an email. I'll give you guys about 15 minutes to work on this, and then I'm gonna do a version history to see who's done what. Bear in mind, a few students have already seen the material, so they could probably answer questions faster than you. But it's up to everyone to participate to get the full participation points. I have to let you know that when you're done with this document, you're going to make your own copy and download it as a PDF, put it in the ESB for maximum credit. Okay, that's individually, everyone's going to do that. But first, everyone work on just this document. Towards the end of class, we'll make our copies and PDFs and try to submit it today. This assignment is due by 8 p.m. tonight. All right, so far I see Courtney's in there and Sinkyra's in there. Miss Kennard's arrived. I'm gonna bring this over here so everybody can see for full transparency who's working on what. If I were you, a couple of people break out, and some people take, question 1, 2. Choose which questions you want, because if you guys all tackle this together, you'll be able to finish a lot. The biggest part of your thing is, of course, project 1. Okay, so if you're done with that, please, everyone try to work on getting project 1 done. Project 1 is talked about in the book as well between those pages. That's 54 to 91. Also, your MIT Scratch account, right? You need to create one to answer one. So that's question number 1. It says, what is your MIT Scratch online username? First, go here to answer that question and create your own account. I need everybody who's in this document to give me their username. If you don't have one, go here and put it in the chat and create your own. Welcome to class Autumn. I'm going to add Autumn to the actual document. And Autumn, can you put your email address in the chat so I can add you to the class project today? I'm going to put this in the chat, what we're doing, which is also in ESB, everybody. Let me see if I can find Autumn's email address in this listing. You must use your book. Try not to Google answers. Use your book. I got Autumn right here. All right. So everybody has an invitation. You just got to check your email. All right. I got to go over here and see who's present. So, okay. I got to mark Autumn present now. Okay, so everybody should have an invitation. I'm gonna give you guys, like I said, we're down to 13 minutes, and I'm gonna, do a version history to see who's contributed to this document.
It's Tyler. Who all in my group?
Oh no, you guys are working together on this. We're gonna do group activities on Thursday. Right now, I'm just getting you guys used to getting the document done together. So, Courtney, did you work on project 1 with your kid, or no yet?
No.
Okay, so if you happen to finish a lot, okay, I see Courtney's. So Courtney, your username for Scratch is just Courtney. You create a Scratch account,
Yeah.
and it's just Courtney. Okay, all right. I'll check it out later.
No, it ain't.
All
It's
right. So let's see here. So we got a couple. Ooh, dang. So who's been in here working this hard? Let me take a look. From the looks of it, it's been mostly Courtney. Oh goodness, Courtney's helped y'all out a lot. So Courtney, don't do too much. Just work on a project now. Leave some questions for them, but try to get that Scratch 3 program going, and you'll find out how in the book. Everyone else, Courtney's helped you out a lot. You just got to find the questions he hasn't found. He made today really easy on y'all. And if we finish fast enough, we'll be able to talk about anything else you might want to finish before our quarter ends. This is the last week. You guys at the finish line. Please try to get something done. Other students are here that's participating. You need to add your name to the student full names and try to take on at least one question. I only see 2 names listed in the student names.
Daj,
Yeah.
put the comments so I can type my name.
Huh?
I said put the comments so I can type my name.
Alright.
Now, how many questions left on the document?
You mean left? Let's take a look because I was about to ask you guys that. So we got some people who have done the MIT one. So that's a half one. The rest of your class has to do it. I'm looking. So no one has done number 9. Sakari's working on 9. 11's not done, so that's 1. 12. Wait, no, wait, 12. Oh, somebody put something for 12. Okay. So 13, 14, 15. I'll give you guys about 10 more minutes to finish these up, and then I was going to try to help you with 16 and show you on the kit what to do to get started with it and what page. All right, so that is your question. About maybe 4 or 5 more questions, Courtney. I'm just waiting for other students to chime in because that's how we know who gets participation points. So if you're not in a document already, try to tackle a question. I'm looking for heat signatures, and heat signature is what you type in that you think is the answer. And we'll talk about it in about 10 more minutes. As I said, I'll give you a little more time on it. Because it seemed like, yeah, Courtney did a lot, but I need some more students to participate. Courtney, if you're familiar with Scratch 3, you can go to page, because I don't want you answering everything. I can see where you typed that. You did a whole lot. So slow down. Let me go to, where's project 1? So Courtney, start at page 69 of your book and see if you can get it going on your kit, okay? That's project 1.
I still don't got my
So
kid yet.
since my kit is not set up,
Oh.
how can I?
Oh, y'all don't have y'all kits yet? When y'all gonna get that taken care of?
No, I already told you I'm gonna try to see call Miss Blog, see if I get it in tomorrow.
Okay. So
Oh,
then you guys go ahead and try to knock out the rest of the questions. But project 1 requires your kit. So those of you have it, I'm giving you a big clue. Look at page 69 and get started on it because that's a glass. So somebody could be an engineer and get that done for the class. The collaborators and other people who don't have their kits and only have their books, you should be trying to make sure these answers are correct because when I grade them, it's a class score. It's not just against the person. The only people that get zeros is the people that didn't participate in this document today. All right, so a couple more minutes. I don't know if you saw the chat, but Miss Smith, I sent you a few messages in SB. One's a 4-minute video showing you how to put your kit together. Another one shows you how to put the sense hat together, and be careful because some students mess that up. And the last one is how to update your kit with the internet so you can use everything we're using in these labs. I just thought about it. That's probably something Miss Kanar can handle. She is a functional kit, right? Autumn, I think, and Dache, and Mr. Miller, if I'm not mistaken. So one of these students can actually get the 16 completed for you guys. But you got to go to page 61, I think, project 1, and do it. What about you, Jalen? You got your kit functional?
Uh-uh.
So what happened? What you gonna do?
Either gonna try again or get a new one.
Okay, so you're gonna get a replacement, huh?
Yeah.
All right, just make sure you bring the parts back so we can swap it out, okay?
All right.
All right. So again, if you don't have a kit, you should be contributing by answering those questions. I think someone already took care of our word of the day, right? Yeah, and term of the day. And I'm pretty sure it's probably Courtney. So everyone else, try to finish these questions up. Mr. Miller, are you there? Your name is not added to the document. Are you with us, or did you step away?
Yeah, I'm here.
You haven't put your name in there, or did you pick a question to tackle from the book?
What book?
The the book that comes with your kit, sir. What we talked about last week.
Also, so I'm supposed to be picking a question from the book?
No, you first gotta. Are you in the document with us? Because those are the questions we're answering.
Yeah.
So you got to answer at least one of those questions. The rest of the students are contributing information. So let's see, what can you work on? Well, I don't know. It's not much left. You could try out 16 on page 61, which is the project one. But you need your book to figure out what I'm
Wait,
talking
so the
about.
questions are on the book too?
Well, the answers to the questions are, but the project number 16, yeah, that's what it is. So,
Can you move that five? Can you move that little five, the time out the way so I could?
okay. But great, this is in the document. Did you even go in the document?
I was just looking off yours and doing it. I don't know why. I just feel easier.
Yeah, I know, but if you don't sign in, I can't give you credit, man. So you got to put your name in the student names, and I don't know, try to
You talking
Put
participate.
it
about?
in the chat.
No, I'm talking about in your email. I sent you gentlemen an email a while ago and said log into this document. So you see up these names. I see you as who is this Miller? You was here a while ago. The only person that hasn't been here is Gray, and I did email you at Lil Gray. So let's take a look. So yeah, you've been had the document. You just gotta get started on it. Um, you haven't even put your name in there, so you guys gotta hurry up before we do our grading, so I can give you participation. All right. So check your email. Make sure you got it and get in there. Add your name. Okay, who's this now? That's Miller. Miller's in there now. We're waiting on Mr. Gray to add his name. Oh, there he is. Okay, now you guys are on the same line. Gray, you got to go up. You got to be there. You go. Like, where's he going? Yeah, put your name in there. Why is everybody in blue like this? What is this? Like, that's a color change y'all did? Oh, that came from Autumn and her color change. Okay. Okay. All right. See, what happens, gentlemen, is I can see how much points I can give you or not give you. Because if I come here to version history, I know you guys are like, well, why is it so important I log in? Well, you'll look over here on my screen and you'll see timestamps of when you guys did things. This is what I like about technology. It lets me know what you're doing and what you're not doing. So I can see here, Ms. Kennard added some input here. It gives a timestamp. Same thing here. And this is kind of what happens when you guys go outside and you have your phones. You're time stamped everywhere you go, if you didn't know that. So, all right, I can see who's contributing. Like Light to Courtney, like I said, you see all this purple here. This is Mr. Dixon. He's really, really performing. And if you haven't had a chance, you guys can do the simplest thing and get credit for number one, create you an MIT account. Now that's the link I just put in there. When you get it complete, your account looks like this, right? You'll have your profile and everything, and you're ready for scratch anywhere you go. This is important because if you're on your cell phone, tablet, you just say you're at work and you want to do a little coding, you can still pick up where you left off with the coding. So it's very important you do number one because that's a lot of credit I'm giving you just for doing that part. That's not even in a book. That's just going online and setting up a scratch account. So if you don't get points for anything else, you should get that, right? Courtney has the exit slip. That reminds me, I should discuss or remind you of what the objective was. So before we can say it, I know students do this. What are we doing again? All right, well, let's go through the objective one more time. So who did not get points yet? I think Autumn got points for it last time. Was it? All right, so Miller, can you read what's in the objective box there? Reader? It's for it's 20 points, I'm sorry. Is he there? All right. I guess he stepped away for a moment. Let me come to Dajay. Can you read what's in the agenda box there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Today's
okay.
objective, students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete questions for class group activity.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. 20 points. So that's in essence what you're doing today, right? This is the group activity. So you're also graded on if you have the correct answer. So if anybody thinks that some answer is not right, discuss it. Maybe y'all should talk about what page you got it from. In case you like want to prove me wrong. Like I might be like, that's not correct. If you put a page number in there, I'll put about 5 extra points because it just shows you really looked and you know where those answers are. So somebody can be going through and just fact checking and getting the whole class some more points. Why are you asking permission to come into my class overnight? Just come in. Sure. He's confusing me. Okay, Mr. Overdeck will be here. All right. So what was I saying? Maybe lose train of thought. So yeah, if you are also specifying what page you got it out the book, that's time, right? All right. Threw me off. I was trying to get that out before time went out. Okay. I hear you. All right. Stop. All right. So if you put your page numbers, like I said before, I just want to make sure it's clear. And you guys can tackle this. You know, so one person takes 2 questions, another person takes another 2. If you do it as a group, the task is not hard. Now, if you wait till 8 p.m. tonight to do this by yourself, you're going to have an issue. Yes, Mr. Overdyke.
All right, so I am sorry to interrupt, but I know Miss Light 2 has requested some assistance. Royale has also requested some assistance, and that's all I know at this time. But I do want to ask Autumn, do you need any more assistance from me as well in regards to the Raspberry Pi kits? I'm not sure if anybody can hear me.
You're better now.
Yeah, so I know Royale was asking for assistance, and Kyra was asking for assistance, and Autumn, do you still need assistance? Just to double check.
So any of these students present, please speak up now. So I guess that's a no. Sinkyra, is that a no?
No, I'm here.
No, I mean, you hear Mr. Overdyke? He's saying, do you need assistance still?
Yeah. I need help with my resume.
Okay. Autumn and
Yeah.
Miss Smith. Yeah, okay. Because you got to understand, staff is trained on these kits as well to make sure you guys succeed. So they're here to help. Don't take it as a chore. I know we talked about GGI today. Coding is coming down to you guys real hard. So if you can't code, it's going to be hard to find a job. At least a very good one.
Mm-hmm. So yes, and then Mr. Tyler, if you don't mind meeting with me after school too to assist, I'll provide a link.
Okay, I can do it, but not for long.
Not for long. I agree. Not for long. I agree.
Yeah, I gotta put some grades in and prepare.
Okay. So do I. So do I. But in the meantime, I'm gonna step out, and then I will send a link.
Okay. So I guess are these the students that's meeting afterwards, or what's
afterwards? Yes, afterwards.
All right. So just follow up with them, and I'll come right over.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Rest for a widow's son. I'm always working. What was I saying? It's like, dude, I had something else planned, but I got to get you guys across the finish line. So be it. The Scratch 3 project, that's where I was going. We did the objective, I think. We got one more time to do the objective, and it's 20 minutes before we end. So let's take a look at the document and see how much you guys got completed. Guys and gals, trying to be gender neutral or whatever I was told. And let's see. Is this the right one? Yes. All right, I got to revise it. This is at 313. So let's take a look. Oh, this is looking a lot better. Seems like I'm seeing more names pop up. Okay, now let's see who did what again. Version history. Okay. Okay, so same as before. Nobody messed with that. Sankara added a lot. Okay, so what blocks are used to create hello? Oh, great. See, this on top. And she gave a page number. Thank you, Ms. Lightu. Okay, so that's an additional 5 points to that question. So these are ways you guys can actually get more points before 8 p.m. Now, I didn't want to forget about this. This is how you submit it, okay? So I hope you're paying attention. Once the document is done, you guys think you got all the questions done, because 16 is a demonstration, right? You need code for that, and that's what I was trying to have you do number 1, which means you create an account so you can save your work, okay? Because you can do Scratch online, and it just Scratch 1. That's online. But then on your kit is Scratch 3 because it connects to the Synthet. That's a little thing that lights up, right? So your Synthet is going to do something with the coding you do. It's kind of like game design. But for engineers, it's more automation. Now, from the looks of this, okay, I see some people are stuck here. Dajay, and okay, so they're trying to seem like they're thinking about the answer to that one. 14 was done. Yeah, I see it. I saw 14 was done. And Mr. Miller is looking at 16 from the looks of it. So again, 16 is on page 61. I don't want you guys getting weirded out by this, but I want to show you this before we get close to the end and then do our objective one more time, because I've been told I don't do my objectives enough. So what you want to do is, let's come here, and I'm going to VNC into my computer. Okay. Now this is remoting into my Raspberry Pi. This is what you would do if you have your kit up and going, everybody. And this is a good practice for you too, in case you're trying to get those labs that are still due, worth double the credit. Really trying to make sure you guys pass. And they're due February 3rd, by the way. So this is a good practice to get you comfortable with the kit and get all those labs knocked out so you can have a great quarter or end of the quarter. Because this is last week. I mean, this is the last week for y'all to do anything. I hope you know. Because next week is like, what, February 3rd? It's like 3 days and quarter's over with. You can't make up nothing in 3 days at all. If you have a D, you got a D, you got an F, you got an F. It's going to pretty much stick because there's something called an average. And you got to calculate the average to get where you're at. That's why it's good to have all these buffer points. So 16 is like a lot of points combined, because here's how you do it, right? Your kit's on. I don't know if you see my screen. And yeah, they see it. I'm looking at 2 screens. So you go to your programming and you'll see something called Scratch 3, right? Now this is in your book too, how to do it, by the way. So if you're confused, just look at step by step on page 61. 61, it says astronaut reaction timer, right? Because I told you these things are used in the space station. I don't know if you guys saw in the news, they just sent another rocket up there to do satellites replacements.
Where
So
you
how
see
they
that at?
work? Huh?
Where you see that at? I'm on page 61. You said astronaut. What?
Oh, 61. I'm sorry, 69, sir. 69.
Oh,
Does that help?
okay.
Thank you, sir. 10 points. I don't mind being corrected. Page 69. So you see
Okay, okay, yeah,
astronaut.
I see it. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. And then you go through these pages with your Scratch account, or if you want to get it all the way done, do it on your kit. And you want to click on Scratch 3 in advance because it takes a little bit to load. I don't want you getting frustrated. So you click on it, you let it run, and look, it's not doing nothing, but you'll see this right here, right? Scratch desktop is loading. Okay. So you let that load, and then it'll come to that stage area that we talked about in one of those questions, right? If you're paying attention to what's going on here. And you just go page by page with the blocks they give you and snap them together in the stage area. Okay? Make sure you follow all the block steps. I think this is way better than when I gave y'all sample code and you had to figure out what to do. Now, this is taking you like reading a nursery rhyme, step by step, what to do. So if you get confused, first do what they tell you to do on save the background image. Start there. That gives you your background. Then you go to space background, appears on stage. That's figure 4-11, right? So give you pictures on how to set this up. So you see how long that took for mine to pop up, right? But it's there. So let me go block by block with you. No pun intended. What I mean by that is, if I come to the questions, here are some things you guys were searching for in the actual group activity. So what's a variable? Well, if you come here to Scratch to make it make sense to you, you have a section called variables that you can use. All right. So your engineering students, it's like, gloves off, training wheels off. It's time to see if you can actually keep a job doing something technical. And right now, you got to prove it. So I need each of you to try to get at least project 1 done, because by tomorrow we're going to be trying to doing project 2, and you can read up on that too if you want to. It's the very next project, but you got to do everything for project 1 by 8 p.m. to get maximum credit. Now, when you're done with that, you'll be able to share your files to me. Okay. So
Wait,
how do you do that?
how you get to that? What is that?
Are you on the kit or no?
Nah.
You gotta turn your kit on, and I'll show you right here. You can watch the video again. But you see this Raspberry? I click on it. Programming, Scratch 3. Okay. So this all ties back to post-secondary endeavors, everyone. Pretty soon we're going to open back up, probably next summer. And I want you guys to have opportunities to get jobs that you're not just getting $15 an hour, you're getting $25 an hour, and that's starting out. But it depends on if you get better with these computers or not. Okay. So what time is it? 3:27. I told you about Scratch because that's the 16th problem, and you guys got to create it and make sure you save it. That's what I was talking about. Miller asked me a question, but you go to File. Once you're done with your project, some of you are used to this because you had me before. Save to your computer. That's saved to your Raspberry Pi on the desktop. That way, when you want to demonstrate it tomorrow, you just open up your kit and show me the file or send me the file. But you got to have all these steps in between. What is it? Page 69. Where are we at? So project 1 starts on page 69 and it ends. Where's project 2 start? On, let's see, here's a couple pages. Oof. I skipped. I went to project 3. Oops. Slow down, Mike. I'm flipping pages too fast. So is this okay. So it ends on, come on, guys and gals. It's like the 76. So what? Maybe, let's see, 4 times 2, 8 pages to read and do step-by-step snapping the blocks on. So if that's scary, let's do this. I'll do the first part, right? I'm not going to even do the image thing. It's going to take too long. The first part is I'm looking at, you don't skip the, figure 4-10 and 4-11. The very first part is, if you want to play around with it, is doing your variables, right? So drag the astronaut sprite over. Well, if you don't have the astronaut sprite, you guys have to, and don't always use the cat either, this little kitten. Who has the question? Go ahead, Gray.
So the variable answer, that's in page 69.
So the variable part that I'm looking at is page 71. So 69, you read that, and then it continues, Gray. So go to, flip through. You see 71 now?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm on 71, but I'm telling you the steps that you still got to do on page 70. So if you look at above, it tells you where to go, how to download the image, and how to put it together. But I was just saying, if you want to immediately play around, I just chose variables because that's what we talked about in the questions earlier. Oh, and it shows you how to use a variable too.
So you know how to do this all by heart without the book?
No, I'm an engineer, dude.
Oh, you don't know.
What do you think doctors do and lawyers? Like, we have reference manuals, books, we read.
Oh, I thought I was just naturally smart like that.
No, we just naturally force ourselves to read books that we don't like, and eventually it makes you some money. Being honest with you. Discipline, right?
I could read this to a group of kids and get paid to do this?
Yeah, I'm not. I almost said it a different word. I'm not playing. Remember, I used to work for, I don't know if you remember, I worked for Project Exploration, and I was teaching the kids about Lego NXT models. And those are little robots they go around in. Now, those are the Lego robot versions of what we had in our classroom. This type of block coding is the same stuff you use for drones, robots, and those little Lego kits. If you understand block coding.
Oh, I know what this is now. Okay.
So if you could teach that, that's $100,000 to I think $150,000 a year. You make it from home.
Wow.
You don't go out and work. You just sit at home and have time and you code. Yeah. So it's 10 minutes of class left. I don't know if that answered your question, but need you guys to practice this because we're getting close to the end. And I told you, if we get some projects that are demonstrated by you guys on these kits, there will be no final exam. All right. And then don't forget those labs are still due. So if some of y'all can still bring it way out of the grave, some of your grades, if you can do those lab assignments and turn those files in for them. Check out the library section of your SB in case you would like to go back in time and see how to do certain things. I'm going to try to stick around for Oberdike and them. So I'll be on here for 9 more minutes, and then I got to switch to this sublink of his and help out some students. So I hope to see all y'all over there. I guess in real time, we can get some points added to your scores. And he said Autumn, Smith, I forget, and Zinkar, I think. So yeah, I see y'all over there. Really good book. Y'all should keep up with it. You're going to be using it for the next 4 days or whatever to get some of these scores up. And please get your kits running because there's going to be a project every day. Well, it's like 4 projects in there. So it's like 4 days of projects. This is day 1. And the best part is, everybody, before I talk about the objective, so look at the time, is that the question part is going to stop, and then we're going to start doing some actual building of these projects. Because Q3 engineering students need to start doing more force concept, humidity, temperature, light, intensity, physics-based stuff. So be expecting that. All right, now let's do this one last time. Our objective, right? Let's see who wants to get the participation points for this one. Let me go down the list.
Me.
Oh,
Me.
she raised her hand, but Miller, let Miller get it. You got it already, Daja. Was that Miller or was that?
That was
Chapter 4
But
of
he-
the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to Complete Questions for Class Group Activity.
Thank you, sir. And Miss Moore, can you stop looking like that? Daja, can you read the classroom term of the day and the word of the day in there?
classroom term of the day is conditional. Word of the day is mundane.
She got it. Okay. All right. Thank you both. All right. 20 points for her and 20 points for him.
So
That's
I
very
got
awesome.
30 points. Don't forget.
I just said that, though. I said
Oh, my bad.
20 points for her. Okay. All right. So there's some other extra credit opportunities in here I want to tell you guys about. This, I should probably give you this link, but I always give it to you daily with the videos. This little box right here talks, this little video, if you check it out and you write a paragraph on it, that's worth a quiz score. So a lot of people don't even pay attention to the slide deck. It's like I'm doing it for my history. Not my history, my health. I was thinking I was doing it from my history section here. Where is that? Slide deck. Yep. And this is for your keeping. You might want to bookmark it because I change it daily. So if you forgot what the objective was, some people were supposed to put the objective that Mr. Miller read and Daja and many others read already in the bottom of the document for additional 15 points. I be saying stuff and like literally giving you the access to getting an A in this class, but it's just who's listening. So, so if someone puts that objective, if you could find the right class at the bottom of the document, I just gave you all my classroom slides. That's additional 15 points for everyone. It just depends on who puts it in that document. Well, again, because we're almost out of time. When you all are done answering the questions, are you sure? Each of you make your own copy. All right. So you're making a copy of this document. Do not think you're done. You still got to submit your own versions of this document. So you go to File. When you think you're done, make a copy. Once it makes the copy, it's going to change screens and show you the new copy. And then you go to Download and PDF. Okay. So when you take that, when you get that PDF, you're not done yet. You're almost there. You got to insert it into today's assignment. Then I'll be able to grade it. Okay. So don't nobody forget that. Get till 8 to do that. If I were you, I'd do it now before I forget or something like that. Okay, I'm just blocking attendance. Again, Miss Smith, I gave you links in Edsby. Check those out. The 4-minute video is real easy. You just gotta, follow the directions in the video. The guy goes through, plugging everything up, and just do what he does. And next, you're going to use the assembly guide for the Sense app. It's a PDF. Click on it, and if you see like a little motherboard piece, it's called the Sense app. Just be careful how you put the pins in there, and the instructions in the PDF show you how. The last link is a setup guide that I gave you, and that's once you get everything powered up, what do you do to get it fully updated and ready to go? That's the last one. So it's 3 links. Take some time, put it together. I'm probably gonna be talking about it with you with Overdyke after school, so have that ready. Excuse me. My apologies, Ivan Swift. We still got to do 100 in there. All right, it's 3:37. I think everybody worked hard enough. Don't forget anything I told you to do. Please turn it in. We're in our final week. You're free to go unless you have questions. I think the people that's going to Overdex, you have the sub link already if you're going there. So go there.
I'm actually sending it right now again. So
there he is. Okay. All right. Is the chat open? Yeah, the chat is open. Okay. So if you're going to the sub link to get more support with me and Mr. Overdyke, please go to that link. Otherwise, you are free to go if you have no questions for me. I'll be on here 2 more minutes in case you have questions. And then I have to migrate too. Ivan Sweet. All right, it's 3:39. Miss Smith, are you going to the sub link? Miss Moore, just hanging out with me? She's not gonna say nothing. Dajay, hi.
Yeah.
You know you're free to go, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later. Miss Smith, are you going to the sub link?
To the whole link?
The sub link. You see the link that Mr. Overdyke put in the chat for you there?
Let me see. Oh, yeah, I see it.
All right, click on that and get on over there so we can get you some help. All right.